Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, writers from the Writer's Circle. Our first up is Rob St. Germain.
This is what's called force. So we go force. People try to force change on others, although you can't help people by killing them. Most of us never change anyway, and some pretend to. The best you can do is just let someone be who they are. You can be the bully, but it won't change anyone. Forcing someone will just push them further away. Then you lose them forever. Usually when people walk away, they never turn back. To get to peace, you must learn to be tolerant. Understanding is the only force for good. So that's what's called my muse. This is called my muse. My madness is my muse, for the chaos gives me inspiration. My demons give me many ideals. From hell comes creativity. There's a price for my intelligence, yet it is worth it. I'm a soldier at war with my insanity, always fighting this battle. Maybe one day I will win. But even if I never do, I will learn to thrive. Here I am in purgatory, looking for somewhere to go. But now I seem to light beyond the clouds. If it were not for this torment, I would not be as smart. There you go.
Our next poet up is Rob's better half, Cassandra. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cassandra, as you heard. I've got 3 poems to share today. This one is called Wealth. Dreams of excess. What would you do if you came into money? Something practical or something crazy? To walk a golden road has motivated man since the invention of money. Whether it's a sunken ship carrying silver coins, prospecting for gold, or winning the lottery. Is there such a thing as having too much of a good thing? Fantasies of incredible wealth tease and torment. It's never going to happen, but it makes for a pleasant speculation, like a mental vacation. Visions of rolling around in cash, keeping a literal stash, passing on a legacy, more than you can spend, no worries about bills or rent. Would you want to be famous or a recluse, keeping the source of your wealth to yourself? Imagine being able to donate millions to any causes that touch your heart, making the world a better place one gift at a time, and still never suffer the sacrifice. Mirrors reflecting your generosity. Would you travel the world or stay where you are? Buy a beautiful home or expensive car? Imagine all the freedom you would have. Or would you feel trapped in a gilded cage with everyone resenting your luck or wanting something from you? The rich are not always happy, although it seems hard to believe. So don't be naive. Money is not everything. Thank you. Okay, this one is called Dimensions. Dimensions cross the threshold of spatial recognition. For some reason, everything looks different. A deserted movie set no one lives in. A chill passes through me and I shiver. There's a feeling I belong, but an impasse of recognition. Is this a dim hallucination enveloped by a certain precognition? That things will die unless maintained, and there is little we can do about it. Even empires fall from grace, and the world becomes new through evolution. As we experience change over time, it can be disconcerting. But as our cells replace themselves, we become new people adapting to a new world. A shaky reality beneath the surface, although we are creatures of habit, and as we grow, become aware of our mortality. Our position both in and outside of time is how we witness beloved eras passing. We can see that humanity is born to lose our life, to suffer a cage of socializing. Some embrace schooling and others long to be liberated from it. Youth comes as a blessing, but it is also destabilizing. For the first time on our own and eager to grow. But residences change fast, and our goals and passions seem so distant from us. If only life was much less complicated, but we find things to cling to. Routines and fixtures that only time can take away from us. And time does, leaving only an echo of what once was. Thank you. And the last one is called Raven. Midnight black, a raven perches upon a grave. The sky is overcast, a gentle rain with sunny breaks. An eerie but peaceful sight, a molten golden light. A spirit reaches out of death to witness the life it has been severed from. A dream that suggests that life and death are not opposites, but connected. Even if only by a thread, we are surrounded by energy that recreates itself. The witching hour approaches and the spirit is restless, haunting the graveyard looking for a way back to the living. Unfinished business to settle, a part of the universe full of roaming souls, trying to reach neither heaven nor hell, but to return to who they once were. Disembodied, they exist by sheer will. Invisible to most, they sometimes appear, causing curiosity, wonder, and fear. Raven, do you know which one has risen and walks the earth? Does their spirit call to you, at last or from the first? The barrier that separates life from death is thin at certain places and at certain times. Around the world Around the world we celebrate festivals of the dead, believing they are watching over us for good or for bad. Death is tragic and the grieving are sad, but many of us believe in something more, that identity persists even when the body no longer exists. Like the raven, we can communicate with the dead. It's Cassandra again. I'm reading for Brittany Fox this time. Okay, this poem is called Edge of Glory. And so we frolicked through the dying daffodils in an obscured frenzy to revive our placidity, with what we sought of to be long-lasting love, but it lingered only long enough for us to get a tender taste of its tranquility. The snapdragons could sense the vacancy in our voices as we spoke above the songbirds. I continually choked on your clandestinity and the amount that your vivacity put mine to shame. But we noticed the thunder clouds as they came and went in their brief attempt to spell out your name. And our veins touched as we trudged along the trail of fuchsia flowers. By now we were death gripping the edge of glory and turning the last of our tables, because the ability to reflect the best of each other has been disabled. The silence gnawed us as we rested our sorry bones against the birch bark. We annihilated any doubt that we had about splitting our ways and built a bridge over our broken promises that we had made in our younger days. We then shared the sidewalk until it reached its bitter end. It was in that lasting moment that the rain began to pour on the betterment of our newfound freedom, and the distance between us became more than just mileage. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Brittany.
Well, welcome back. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out for the Writers Circle on a weekly basis here. We always have a good time. I want to thank Rob and Cassandra and Brittany for reading today. It was lovely as always. So tune in next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.